Okay, so you're thinking about starting a cottage food business in Georgia.
Uh,
That's great. And I can already smell the fresh baked goodness.
yeah.
But diving into the world of permits and regulations and marketing can feel kind of overwhelming at first.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's why we're here, to help you sift through all the ingredients for success.
That's right.
We've got the guidelines, we've got the expert advice, and we're ready to dish out all the important bits.
Absolutely.
And luckily, we have an expert here who's walked the walk and knows the cottage food scene inside and out.
I've been around the block a few times.
So let's say I'm daydreaming about selling my grandma's secret recipe peach cobbler.
Okay.
What's the very first thing I need to know before I even preheat the oven?
Well, first things first, you need to understand the lay of the land.
Okay.
Georgia has specific cottage food laws.
All right.
So it's essential to get familiar with those guidelines.
Got it.
They spell out exactly what foods you can sell from home, what kind of licensing you need, and even how you need to label your products.
Okay.
Think of it as your recipe for staying on the right side of the law.
Got it. So no winging it.
Not really.
Speaking of licenses, I've heard there can be a lot of paperwork involved.
Yeah.
Is there any way to streamline that process?
Absolutely. The Georgia Department of Agriculture website is your one-stop shop for everything.
Really?
Cottage food-related bookmark. That site, get cozy with it.
Okay.
Because it will answer most of your questions.
Awesome.
And help you navigate the application process smoothly.
Perfect.
And my advice, apply for that cottage food license early on.
Okay.
The sooner the better. So you're ready to roll as soon as your oven is preheated.
Makes sense. Now, I'm pretty confident in my kitchen skills.
Okay.
But do I really need a food safety course? I mean, shouldn't years of family potlucks count for something?
Well, that's a great question.
Yeah.
While experience is valuable, completing a state-approved food safety program is more than just learning how to chop veggies. It's about showing your customers that you are committed to their safety and well-being.
I see.
Think of it as a quality seal that builds trust and professionalism.
So it's not just about my skills, it's about demonstrating a commitment to safety.
Yeah.
I get it. Now let's talk kitchen space.
Okay.
Do I need to build a commercial kitchen in my basement?
You don't need a full-blown commercial operation.
Okay.
But you do need a dedicated, clean, and organized space for your cottage food business.
Right.
This keeps everything separate from your regular household cooking, ensuring you meet those all-important health standards.
That's a relief. I was already envisioning construction crews tearing down walls.
Yeah, I bet.
So let's say I've got my license, my safe food handling certificate, and my kitchen is sparkling.
Awesome.
What's next?
Now it's all about staying compliant.
Okay.
And maintaining that high level of safety. Remember those cottage food laws we talked about? Well, things can change. So it's crucial to check the Georgia Department of Agriculture's website regularly.
Okay.
For any updates on allowable food products.
So vigilance is key. I wouldn't want to unknowingly break a rule down the line.
Exactly.
Now, what about labeling? Is there a specific format I need to follow?
Labeling is super important.
Yeah.
You want to be as transparent as possible with your customers.
Okay.
Georgia law requires you to include specific information on your labels, like a complete ingredient list. Allergen warnings, your business name, and your address. Think of it as giving your customers all the essential details up front.
I'm starting to see a theme here. Clear communication and transparency seem crucial for building trust.
It is.
With my customers. Now, I'm a bit of a clean freak in the kitchen anyway.
Okay, good.
But what are some specific sanitation practices that I should be extra mindful of?
Well, you're already ahead of the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, sanitation is non-negotiable. Frequent hand washing.
Right.
Proper dish sanitization, and keeping your ingredients separate are essential. Even if you think you're being meticulous, go the extra mile.
Okay.
It not only protects your customers, but also builds a reputation for excellence.
Makes sense. No one wants to get a side of food poisoning with their delicious peach cobbler.
No, they don't.
Now, I'm used to baking for friends and family, but when it comes to selling to the public, what about liability insurance? Is that something I should consider?
It might seem like overkill for a home-based business.
Yeah?
But liability insurance is a smart move.
Okay.
It provides a safety net in case of any unforeseen issues or complaints, giving you peace of mind.
You've convinced me. Insurance added to the checklist.
There you go.
Okay, so we've covered the legal side, the safety side, now even the liability side. Is there anything else I need to have in place before I officially open for business?
One last crucial ingredient for success.
Okay.
Meticulous record keeping.
Oh, really?
Keep track of everything.
Oh.
Ingredients, production dates, batch numbers, the works.
Wow, okay.
This not only helps you manage your business more effectively, but also allows you to answer any questions from regulators or curious customers with confidence.
Wow. I'm realizing that there's a lot more to this than just whipping up delicious treats in my kitchen.
Yeah,
It really is like running a mini food empire.
it is. It's all about being organized, professional, and prepared for anything.
Right.
Now, with all of that in place,
Yeah.
we can finally move on to the fun stuff.
Okay.
Pricing your delicious creations for success.
Now we're talking. Let's dive into the art of turning passion into profit. But first, I think I need a snack after all this info. We'll be right back to talk all things pricing and marketing. All right. I'm back and ready to talk numbers.
Good.
I'm all fired up to turn my culinary passion into a thriving business.
Awesome.
But honestly, figuring out pricing always makes my head spin a little.
I hear you.
Where do we even begin?
Well, pricing can feel like a delicate dance,
Yeah.
but it doesn't have to be intimidating.
Okay.
The key is to create a sustainable pricing model, one that reflects the true value of your product while also being attractive to customers.
Okay, that makes sense, but how do I actually determine that sweet spot? I'm so used to baking for friends and family where cost wasn't really a factor.
Yeah, well, think of it this way.
Okay.
You're not just selling a delicious treat,
Right.
You're selling an experience.
Okay.
Your pricing needs to reflect the quality of your ingredients,
You're right.
the time and effort you put into baking,
Uh-huh.
and the unique value you bring to the table.
Okay, so it's about more than just covering the cost of flour and sugar.
Right.
What other factors should I be considering when setting my prices?
You need to factor in everything.
Really?
And I mean everything.
Okay.
Consider the cost of your ingredients, of course.
Right.
But also packaging, labeling those licensing fees we talked about,
Uh-huh.
any delivery costs, and most importantly, your time.
Right.
Don't undervalue your skills and effort.
So no more giving away my famous brownies for free.
Whoa.
That's going to be a tough habit to break.
I understand.
But seriously, how do I figure out what people are actually willing to pay? I don't want to scare away potential customers with prices that are too high.
Right. Well, that's where a little market research comes in.
Okay.
It's like being a detective, but for delicious treats.
I like that.
Check out online marketplaces like Etsy.
Okay.
Or head down to your local farmer's market and see what other cottage food businesses are charging for similar products.
Right.
This will give you a realistic benchmark.
Okay, so I need to do my homework and see what the competition is up to.
Exactly.
What if I want to offer special deals or discounts, maybe for holidays or bulk orders?
Sure, that's a smart strategy.
Really?
Offering bundle deals or seasonal discounts can be a great way to attract customers and boost sales.
Right.
Just make sure you're crunching the numbers to ensure those discounts don't eat into your profits too much.
Got it. I'm already starting to feel like a savvy business owner. But let's be honest, pricing is only half the battle. How do I actually get people excited about my cottage food business? How do I get the word out?
Now we're talking marketing magic.
Ooh, fun.
One of the best things you can do is tap into the power of local.
Okay.
Highlight that you use fresh, locally sourced ingredients whenever possible.
Oh, yeah?
People love knowing where your food comes from,
Right.
and they're often willing to pay a premium for that farm-to-table connection.
Oh, yeah. The local food movement is definitely booming. But what about packaging? Does that really matter?
Yeah, it does.
I was thinking of keeping things simple, maybe just using some cute paper bags and handwritten labels.
Presentation is everything.
Oh, really?
Even if you're a small home-based operation, investing in high-quality packaging and professional-looking labels can make a huge difference.
Huh.
It elevates your brand, makes your products stand out,
Right.
and helps justify those slightly higher prices.
So it's like dressing up my delicious creations in their Sunday best.
Exactly.
I get it. Now, I know you mentioned branding earlier, but can you elaborate on that? What exactly does it mean to create a brand story?
Think of your brand story as the heart and soul of your business.
Oh, wow.
It's what makes you unique and memorable.
Okay.
What's your passion? What's your inspiration?
I see.
Are you using family recipes passed down through generations? Are you all about organic, sustainable ingredients?
Okay.
Share your story.
Wow.
It's what connects you with your customers on a deeper level.
You're making me realize that there's so much more to this than just baking.
Right.
It's about creating a whole experience, a feeling, a connection.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, so let's say I've got my branding down, my packaging is on point, but I'm still a little nervous about setting those prices. What if I aim too high and end up with a bunch of unsold cookies?
Well, don't worry. Pricing is a bit of an art.
Right.
and it often takes a little fine-tuning.
Okay.
You can always adjust your prices later
Mm-hmm.
based on customer feedback and sales volume. Start with a moderate price point and see how it goes.
Okay.
If your products are flying off the shelves, you might be underselling yourself.
Right, right. Okay, so it's all about testing the waters and finding that sweet spot. But besides online marketplaces and maybe some local farmers markets, are there other ways to get my cottage food business in front of potential customers?
Absolutely. Think local.
Okay.
Think community. Connect with local farmers market managers.
Oh, okay.
Join small business associations. Even reach out to culinary groups in your area. These personal connections can open doors to new opportunities.
Right?
And help you build a loyal customer base.
I never thought about it that way, like building a support system for my business.
Exactly.
But what about the online world? Everyone's talking about social media these days.
You can't underestimate the power of social media.
Really?
Platforms like Instagram and Facebook are amazing tools for showcasing your products,
Okay.
connecting with customers, and building brand awareness.
Right.
Don't be afraid to get creative and have fun with it.
Okay, so I need to get social both online and in real life. This is a lot to take in.
It is.
But it's also super inspiring. It feels like a whole new world is opening up.
I know, right?
And remember, the most valuable tool you have is customer feedback.
That's true.
Don't be afraid to ask your customers what they think
Yeah.
about your pricing, your products, your packaging, everything.
It's true.
Their feedback can help you refine your offerings and keep those customers coming back for more.
Exactly.
That's brilliant. I'm realizing that this is an ongoing process of learning, growing, and adapting.
It is.
It's not just about following a set of rules. It's about creating something truly special and unique.
You got it. And that's what makes the cottage food world so exciting.
I know, right?
It's all about passion, creativity, and a dash of entrepreneurial spirit.
I'm feeling so energized and ready to take on the challenge. This deep dive has been incredibly insightful.
I'm glad to hear it.
I can't wait to hear what other pearls of wisdom you have in store for us.
I've got plenty.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so we're back. And I'm ready for that final sprinkle of wisdom before I launch my cottage food business.
It's been quite a journey, hasn't it? Through all the ins and outs.
It really has.
But you've absorbed so much.
I've tried.
And I have a feeling you're going to knock this out of the park.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
So, any final thoughts I should keep in mind as I embark on this delicious adventure?
Remember, at its heart, a successful cottage food business in Georgia isn't just about, ticking boxes and following rules. It's about infusing your passion, your dedication, and commitment to quality into every single cookie.
Okay.
Every slice of cake, every jar of jam you create.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's like adding a secret ingredient of love and care to each recipe.
Exactly. And speaking of recipes, what unique story will your cottage food business tell?
That's such a great question. I've been so focused on the logistics that I haven't really thought about the bigger picture.
Right.
What will make my business stand out in a sea of homemade goodies?
Think about your target audience, your unique skills, and what truly excites you about this venture.
Okay.
Do you specialize in vegan and gluten-free treats? Do you have a knack for recreating your grandmother's time-honored recipes?
Yeah.
Or maybe you're passionate about incorporating local and seasonal ingredients into your creations. Let your passion be your guide.
I like that.
And let your story shine through in everything you do.
You're right. I need to tap into what makes my culinary heart sing. It's not just about selling food. It's about sharing a piece of myself and my passion with the world.
And that's what will truly resonate with your customers.
Right.
Don't be afraid to experiment, refine your recipes, and most importantly, have fun.
Right.
The cottage food world is your oyster.
I'm feeling so inspired. This deep dive has been eye-opening. It's amazing how much I've learned in such a short amount of time.
And remember, you're not alone on this journey.
That's good to hear.
Connect with other cottage food entrepreneurs in Georgia. Attend workshops and never stop learning. There's a whole community of passionate bakers and creators out there ready to support you.
That's so reassuring to know. I'm excited to connect with fellow food lovers.
Yeah.
And learn from their experiences.
I have no doubt you'll create something truly special.
Thank you.
Just remember to stay curious, stay passionate, and stay true to your unique culinary voice.
I will.
The world is waiting to taste what you have to offer.
Wow, what an incredible journey this has been. We've covered everything from the nitty-gritty details of regulations to the heartwarming essence of storytelling and passion.
That's all part of it.
I feel equipped and empowered to turn my cottage food dreams into a reality.
That's what we like to hear. And remember, the Georgia Department of Agriculture website is your best friend.
It is now. I've bookmarked it.
You got this.
A huge thank you to our expert for sharing their invaluable knowledge and insights.
It was my pleasure. Happy baking.
And to all our listeners out there, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the world of cottage food businesses in Georgia. We hope you feel inspired to whip up some magic of your own.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.
And remember, if you're craving more information or resources, check out the show notes. We've got links to everything we discussed today. So go ahead, take the plunge, and let your culinary creativity soar.